wee vloggy vlog.
A wee vloggy vlog. So we're walking along here, and after our, well actually you guys didn't see this, but we were at Rabs and we're trying to decide on the best angle to hit this mindset lesson.
If you go on Patreon, you'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah, so it's behind the scenes on Patreon. And what we realised is we had a topic to discuss, and we ended up discussing everything but the topic. So then we decided to change the lesson completely into how to get stuff done. And normally, by this point, Rab and I are walking along, and we normally just discuss the finer points about what we're going to chat about. But today,
once again,
we're just chatting nonsense, and I'm blaming Holly because Holly's here doing her job, walking all these dogs. And we've been chatting nonsense, absolute nonsense that I can't really repeat to you guys on YouTube. And we haven't discussed a goddamn thing.
No, that's right. But we'll teach you how then to get stuff done.
How to get stuff done. Don't bring Holly with you. Point number one. So now that Holly has left, we can actually get on with some work.
We're blaming her, but really it's not.
Yeah.
We're looking for any excuse.
It is always any excuse.
But that's the thing, isn't it? When you've got stuff to get done, you're looking for any other excuse. You're trying to procrastinate, isn't it?
do you know what makes us good but terrible at the same time? Is whenever either of us is having like, not a bad day, but like if you're busy or you're got too much going on in your head, or you've had things going on in the morning, you're kind of like, oh, I could just do with a pint while the work. And in normal circumstances, you would say that, and your boss would say, no, you get on with work, and you know that it's not an option.
Yeah.
Whereas with us, we know that's an option.
Yeah, it most definitely is an option.
Yeah.
So we're twice as strong for resisting.
How to get stuff done.
Yeah.
Don't work with somebody who likes a pint as much as you.
You won't know this, but right now behind the camera, Stephen's lifting his kilt. And it's windy. Pee into the wind! It's actually coming from the side, mate, so... Is that not in Braveheart? He says, the rain's coming down, kind of to the angle like.
He says, oh, it's fine Scottish weather, the rain's coming straight down. Well, slightly to the side like.
That's right. That's when he's trying to get the chick to go out riding with him.
Aye. Imagine that. Imagine you're trying to court someone, and normally you'd be pulling up in your car in their driveway and knocking on the door. He pulls up on a horse.
I'd pull up on a donkey. Right, how to get stuff done. So we've all been there. We've got a list of things we want to do, and we look at the list and we're like, oh, it's too big. We're just never going to get any of that done. And you get a bit of stress with it, a wee bit anxious as well, right?
It's very easy to let emotions take over when you're in that sort of mood. So our advice is to have a go-to action that takes emotion out of it, or at least bypasses it slightly, or long enough that you can then take action required to get stuff done.
So it's important that you have a go-to, a way of dealing with the number of tasks, or it's more of a mindset. It's a mindset lesson, right?
Yeah, I think and your go-to response will be different for each situation that you may be struggling with. For instance, if it's work related, you're thinking, oh, I just procrastinate when I get to work, then have a go-to response that is like your fail-safe. You don't have to think about it. As soon as you're aware that you're procrastinating, or you're just twiddling your thumbs, you're daydreaming, you're like, no, this is my task.
Because I've got a to-do list and updates every day and so on and so forth. But sometimes I take one look at it and it's massive. I'm like, oh, for goodness sake. But if you've ever seen the movie Men in Black, and there's a scene, the big giant alien, he's a big goon guy. But then I can't remember what happens, he gets killed, and then they unlock his ear, and it's a tiny wee alien controlling this giant body. Yeah. So sometimes I visualise myself as a tiny wee alien inside the head of this robotic body. So although I'm screaming and shouting and kicking on the inside going, oh, I can't be bothered doing this task, there's so much, and throw my toys out the pram, and I'm like, the robotic body's still running through the motions. It's opening up the laptop, it's switching it on, it's getting it ready, sitting it down. And I'm complaining on the inside, but it's running through motions. It automatically starts on the first task, and I'm like grumping my way through. Before I know it, I've ticked off 3 or 4 tasks, and suddenly the list becomes shorter, and I think, well, actually, that's manageable. And then I get a bit more motivation. I'm like, all right, go through, and then before I know it, I'm like, happy days, job done.
And if one thing will motivate you to get stuff done, it is seeing that you are getting stuff done. It's like the whole to-do list mentality. As soon as you see, okay, I've ticked that off, I've ticked this off, you can see progress, and then you want to continue this progress. So actually having a go-to action just to kickstart this productivity can be your saving grace.
So for me, it's becoming very robotic and distance myself from the task itself and the screaming little sissy that's saying, I don't want to do this. It's like, right, okay, just get it done.
Now for me, it's more of a clothing issue. Now that sounds a bit weird, but whatever type of mood I'm in, I can change that mood depending on what I then put on. For instance, this all started because I've got a bit of OCD. I like a nice tidy environment, and when maybe I've had a party at the house, or just a get together, or whatever it might be, I think, right, I have to tidy, I have to clean, but I can't be bothered. Then I've got a cleaning hat. So it's just like a straw hat that I would never wear out in public, ever. But it's like a nice straw hat. It's kind of like a sort of trilby hat. And so as soon as I put this hat on, I'm like, okay, I'm in cleaning mode, and I will not stop cleaning until that hat is off or the job is done. Okay, so as soon as I have, and I almost get into a trance state. Now, if you've ever looked at or looked into sports, for instance, you know, people like tennis players like Andy Murray, Novak Djokovic, when they're in flow state, and you can research that, their actions are coming before the thoughts. So you're just doing it, and you're more of a witness to those actions rather than creating them yourself. And that's the state that I get when I've got this hat on. You get into flow state. I'm just tidying, I'm cleaning, I'm getting the job done.
It's like that movie Secret Window, Johnny Depp.
Never seen that.
Well, basically in this, I don't want to spoil it for you, but ultimately there's a scene where he puts a hat on, and when he puts a hat on, he becomes this haunted. Are you Secret Window?
I may be.
Well, what you were describing, or certainly what I was describing, which is a merge of the two, is actually in the new RoboCop.
I've not seen the new RoboCop either.
The hell have you done with my mate? Anyway, in the new RoboCop, basically it's the brain and the thing into the new suit, and when he's running through the test procedure, he's slower than the other robots that are completely mechanical. And they're saying the problem is that his conscious thought is slowing him down because he's thinking about each decision. He's like 13 seconds slower. So eventually they're like, you know what, we're going to give him the illusion of that he's making conscious thought, and actually it's the machine doing everything. So when he goes into combat mode, the machine's just making choices. He just thinks he's, as you were saying there with flow mode, the action's happening before the decision's been made, but he thinks he's making those decisions and he's not, and it makes him quicker.
Now often this has actually been studied with brain scans and ECGs and whatever else. And ECGs, is that the right phrase?
Electronic.
Yeah. Anyway, brain scans, and the study I was reading is all about, is free will an actual thing? Because when they do the brain scans and ask people to make choices, they can tell the choice that somebody's going to make before they make it, because the subconscious has already made its mind up. So if you just trust your instincts and trust this flow state, if you can get into it, then you can get stuff done much, much quicker. But it's about creating that flow state. And for me, that's me putting my cleaning hat on. And actually, we're similar when we put the kilt on.
That's right, we put the kilt on. It's our super suit. I'm not seeing the kilt.
You can't really see the kilt, yeah. It's there, it is there.
The kilt on, we're in work mode.
Yeah.
The kilt coach's work mode, that is.
And regardless of the state that we might wake up in, regardless of what's going on in the morning, we know as soon as we put the kilt on and the camera is rolling, we're not Stephen and Rab, we're Stephen and Rab.
How to get stuff done.
So that's the only problem with these little funny scenes, is you got to run back for the camera. sucks.